Walk around Lone Pine, part 2.
We're going in to feed the kangaroos. Or we're going to watch people feeding the kangaroos. I can't do both, hold the camera and feed them.
A group of kangaroos is called a mob. A male is a boomer, a female is a Jill. The baby is a Joey. Kangaroo is larger than the wallaby. There is about 6 different species of kangaroo and 30 different species of wallabies. They are both herbivores, which eat grasses and leaves and sledges. The wallaby's gestation period is about 28 days. Both kangaroos and wallabies are marsupials, which means that they give birth to live young. They have a pouch and they give the babies milk. They're quite interesting animals. Their back legs are quite longer than the others and they have 4 toes on their feet. They have 5 clawed fingers on their hands to help them hold their food while they are eating. Wallabies can hop up to speeds of 48 kilometres an hour, which is 28 miles an hour. Kangaroos can reach up to speeds of over 35 miles an hour, and they can jump over a 6-foot high fence in a single leap. They will defend themselves by resting on their tails and hitting you with their back feet, and they will bite if they feel threatened. That is how they protect themselves from wild dogs and other predators.
Being in the middle of the day, they've been well fed. And even though it's winter, they still like to rest straight after they've eaten.
How they do it?
Emus can get up to speeds of 50 kilometres an hour, 21 miles an hour. Emus are flightless birds, but they use their wings when they're running to help steer. They are the second largest bird. The ostrich beats them to first place. They stand up to 2 metres tall, which is 6.5 feet, and they live between 10 and 20 years in the wild. They have 2 sets of eyelids, one for blinking and the other keeps the dust out. They eat insects and plants. The male incubates the eggs for about 8 weeks and then looks after the young and teaches them how to defend themselves and what to eat. The female can lay up to 5 to 15 eggs. Then she walks away to find another mate and do it again. They swallow stones to help with their digestion. Their stomach sort of moves around and the stones help grind the food in the stomach. It's the same as the cassowary. We now leave them and go to the cassowaries. Cassowaries can get up to the speed of 48 kilometres an hour, which is 30 miles an hour. They are dangerous and they have attacked with kicking and jumping. They live up to 40 years. They are the 3rd largest bird and the 2nd heaviest. They eat seeds and fruit. They are very good in the forest because they distribute the seeds after they have digested the fruit. Dingoes are like a wolf, yodel or howl instead of bark, and have not been domesticated like a dog. They are the largest Australian predator. In the wild, they will live between 5 and 10 years, but in captivity in a zoo, they will live 18 to 20 years. They are meat eaters and they like to eat rabbits, kangaroos, wallabies and wombat.
We'll just zoom out and show you the entire cage. Got to have this wiring. They walk along here so that they can get close to them, but they can't get out. They're a very wild dog and they can't be trusted. And this is the rest of their cage. Even got a hide to sleep in. They can come up close to you, but they've got to be in the wire. There's signs everywhere to let you know where to go. Lots of bushland everywhere and cages and enclosures to keep the animals in so you can see them.
A lace monitor is a type of goanna. They live in the drier parts of Queensland and New South Wales. They grow to 1.5 metres to 2 metres in length, which is 5 to 6 foot. The female lace monitor will find a termite's nest to lay her eggs in. If she can't, she will make a hole in the ground and fill it with grass and leaf litter. The composting leaves will keep her nest at the right temperature and hatch her eggs. Merton's water monitor. Monitors all have forked tongues, and this one likes his water and will eat fish and frogs, insects, also dig up the eggs of turtles and freshwater crocodiles. They have a very good lifespan of about 20 years. They are very good swimmers, and like a crocodile, they can sit submerged in water with their nostrils out of the water, so you can't see them.
Have a look in this little house here and you might see some snakes. Down there, a shingleback lizard.
I hate snakes.
You like a lizard, so don't you, Georgie?
I do.
Yeah, it is. Oh, look at this snake there.
Lipped tree frog. It is the largest tree frog in the world. It's an Australian giant tree frog. They like to eat insects, they are non-poisonous, and they do not attack humans. They give a barking sound, but if they are distressed, they will sound like a meowing kitten. Death adder spends a lot of its time lying underneath loose sand, leaf litter, and low foliage. It is active through the day but more active at night. Would rather just stay there and wait for the prey to come to him. He will wiggle his tail close to his mouth, and the unsuspecting worm-eating animal will come up close and become his lunch.